Hello and welcome to the Pirate King Plays Genshin Impact. Gotta reset that. Where last we left our hero, oh, there we go. Okay. We completed the story mission for our new Oni friend, apparently.
Ad Astra
And went through the majority of Goro's quests. Goro's hangout quest. In this stream, we plan to do the last of his hangout quests and the yes, I know I haven't reached endings. That's the idea. We're going to do the last one of these and then all of Beto's. And based on how fast this went last time, I wasn't even expecting to get to Goro's stuff last time. We'll probably finish Beto's today as well. That's just a guess. But if we do, that means we will, there we go. That means we will be on to our next game, which I think at this point I've just kind of decided is going to be Guardians of the Galaxy. I could go back and do the DLC for Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I still need to look up to see if, like, because they released DLC for Odyssey as well because it's a crossover. And I want to see if I want to see, like, do I need to play both? Is it the same from both perspectives? What is going on there? So I'm just not going to bother with that yet. Maybe in a bit, but I want to play a new game. I want to play a new high quality game on my PS5. A PS5 game.
There was definitely something strange about the way she looked at me in the end there. Sorry that you had to see that. Since Watatsumi Island, I also wanted to come and see what... I've never been good at dealing with... I could probably deal with her and...
Why don't we help you overcome this weakness?
Really? That would be great. To be honest, this is something that's always worried me. If the soldiers ever saw me in this kind of embarrassing situation, they'd be very disappointed. So, I have to overcome it. For their sake. As soon as I've worked through this, let's go take on Yae Miko again. First things first, though. Do you have any ideas on where to begin?
And here's the new choice. I can act as a personality you find difficult to deal with.
I see. So if you pretend to be someone like her, I can keep practicing on you. If I can get the better of you, then I'll be able to hold my own when similar situations come up in the future. Good plan. Let's see. Where should we start?
Have you found yourself in scenarios like this before?
Now that you mention it, I remember having a similar experience back on Watatsumi Island. I was with my subordinates at the time. We ran into a merchant, I got caught up talking to them, and I don't quite know what happened, but I ended up buying a lot of things from them.
They pulled some NLP tricks on you, probably. Then I'll pretend to be a merchant.
I think we can give it a try. There's an island called Rito nearby. Why don't we go there? I heard all the Outlander merchants are based there, so it might help to create the right atmosphere.
It's literally, we were stuck there at the beginning of the Inazuma. And yeah, they made the branches easy in this one. So we're definitely on our way to the last ending for him.
So this is Rito. Although it looks slightly gloomy, it feels very peaceful here. I don't see any Tenryou Commission soldiers roaming the streets. What a nice place. Okay, let's get started. I'll be me, and you be a shrewd and savvy businesswoman.
Oh. Actually emulating someone on the other island. Welcome to Sukumomono Groceries. We've got everything you need.
Hi. Hi. So, a lot of the soldiers have been complaining about a shortage of blankets recently. So, 10 blankets, please?
20,000 more.
Okay, I'll settle the check right away.
That's it, just like that?
The price seems pretty cheap to me, in which case, no need to haggle, right?
200,000 more, then.
I think that's still not too bad.
Oh,
Is that
you
supposed to
have
be
no
really
idea.
expensive? I'm sorry. In the past, Her Excellency has always handled procurement of military supplies. I don't know the specific prices of these items, so I never really know how to respond.
That's why you got
This won't get us anywhere. I have to haggle to give you the chance to use your wily tricks on me. What do we do now?
Let's switch to something you're more interested in.
Something I'm more interested in? Maybe, cake?
100,000 more for a slice of cake.
That's so expensive. I know what a fair price is when it comes to cake.
If you can do one little thing for me.
Wait a sec. If you think about this from another angle, a cake that costs 100,000 more per slice must be so much better than a regular cake. Let me see. I've been saving up
Not the
recently.
point.
I think I should have enough.
Hold on.
So, there isn't really a kind of cake that costs 100,000 more per
Really
slice?
don't think so.
What a shame. I feel like role-playing as a vendor is a little outside our area of expertise. What kind of person do we both see regularly enough to impersonate convincingly?
I think I've met Fatui with the right kind of personality.
Fatui? Then it looks like a trip into the wild is in order. Let's go give it a try.
What are we doing? It's like he's not even trying. Wait, where are we going? Damn it, map! I said the map! Oh, way over here. Yeah, I'm not walking. This is just going to be a completely embarrassing one, isn't it?
I've dealt with Fatui before, but I always end up against those big, stocky guys who are much taller than me.
Well, you're pretty small. So is the Traveler, but still.
I'm sure I must train just as hard as they do every day, but somehow, I still don't have the muscles to show for it. Maybe I'll start to see the results in a few more years.
I like you just the way you are.
Really? That's very kind. But still, I think that I should aim to look more muscular than my subordinates at the very least.
You're
I
an
know that
archer.
people's trust in me has nothing to do with my size, but if I were taller and bulkier, they'd be able to identify me from behind more easily when charging into battle. That way,
You
our forces
also
wouldn't
want to be
scatter
taller,
so
just
easily.
like
As long
fucking
as I was on the field,
whatever
they'd
that
be able
little
to
girl's
follow
name-
me.
Sayu, that's it.
But enough of that. Let's get back to it. Who are you going to roleplay as this time?
Oh, these are what? This is the different. These are actually lines said by different types of Fatui. I don't remember who this is. The more, the merrier. That's a Electro Sisson Mage. Or maybe it's any Sisson Mage. I don't remember who this is either. Let's go with this one then. I actually know who that is.
What? I smell danger!
It's just me.
Really? Huh. For a moment there, I could have sworn the actual Fatui were right here. No, wait.
What?
Behind you!
Merrier.
It wasn't my imagination. They really
Oh.
are here. Prepare
Okay.
to engage!
Hey, we actually get battle in this one, and we get to test him out. Is that the idea?
Are you?
All right. What's the what do they give him to us as? Oh, we get the Favonius Warbow. Okay. Do you even know who the Knights of Favonius are? What does this actually do? I tried him out a little yesterday when I was hanging out with a friend, but I don't actually know what he does. Oh, number of Geo characters in the party at the time of casting. That makes more sense. Uh-huh. Probably won't be able to get to use that. Yeah, he does a lot of defense boosting stuff. I think I may have actually chosen who we were fighting by picking that line, and that's pretty cool.
Shake it off. Charge!
Ah.
Over here.
Okay. He's not good.
Over here. Now you've got me. Look at me. Just once more.
Let the show begin.
Surrender is not an option. Advance.
Hey. Oh.
Unfortunate fault.
Oh, shit. The Animo boxer guys are kind of pathetic. They put up a shield and I just walk behind them and start hitting them. It's kind of pointless. Oh, that is not what I meant to use. Fuck.
It's all fun and games until the real Fatui show up, huh? That little interruption has really ruined the mood for me. Let's not do any more Fatui impressions for today. It seems in poor taste after the trouble they caused in Watatsumi Island anyway. Do we have any other options?
There's only one thing for it. Time for Plan Z.
What do you mean?
Let's cut to the chase.
Isn't this moving a little too fast? Her Excellency advocates slow and steady progress in all things, and cautions against trying to advance too quickly. To clarify, it's not that I'm scared. It's just that I don't know if the time is right.
Be brave, give it a try.
I guess you're right. Thanks for your encouragement. It's not like me to shy away from a challenge like this. Let's do it! Time for a make-or-break training exercise!
Wait, do we hit the Inazuma streets? What? I figured I was just going to impersonate Yaimiko. It looks like we all got healed.
And we're back.
Ready?
Don't worry. My head's in the game this time.
Are you sure?
I am a high-ranking military officer of Watatsumi Island and the General of the Resistance. Whatever tricks you've got up your sleeve, you're not going to get to me. So bring it on!
Sounds like you... How adorable.
This feels like...
Let's see that gorgeous tail.
Yes, it definitely feels like...
Like Yaimiko?
No, not even slightly. It's not that you do a bad impression of her, more like something is missing.
She's
I
taller
finally
than
realized
me.
it when you were talking to me just now. I think that maybe what I'm really afraid of is her knowing smile and her piercing gaze. It just makes me feel like all my secrets have nowhere to hide, like she can just peer in and see them. But it's different with you. I trust you, so I don't feel I need to hide my secrets in the first place. Even when you're imitating the way she speaks, I don't feel afraid. Because we fought side by side in the past, and I know I don't have to have my guard up around you.
That makes sense.
But it also means that this training won't work.
Yup.
I just have to accept that this is a weakness of mine, as much as it pains me to do so. The thought of having to live with this weakness forever is frustrating.
Why don't we go buy some cake?
Are you serious? I'd love that. I haven't eaten anything sweet in a long time. Off we go. Let's go buy some cake.
You buy some cake with Goro.
All right. The next step is to find somewhere nice and quiet.
And interrupted. No? Oh, we have to just go, I guess. This way.
Come and try some creative cooking.
Nice and quiet, right next to the bridge on the only road in the city.
This is so good.
You don't get to eat cake very often?
It's certainly a rarity in the camp. It's seen as a luxury item in the ranks of the Resistance. We have special meals on occasion, but even then it usually means meat and wine, not dessert. So, thank you for treating me to some cake. The only downside with Narukami Island's pastries is that they're such exquisite things, you can't just chow down on them. But, as Her Excellency says, a general needs to show patience and restraint.
I don't mind sharing if you want some. This is the traveler speaking. I'm keeping my cake.
Wow, don't mind if I do.
I actually have some cake that I'll be having later.
That's so sweet.
General Waratsuki. Desserts are the best, and so is being happy. Alright. That is that for you. Yep, that's all branches. Next up, Beto. When the crew shines bright. Or, is it actually Crux in this? It's really hard to tell. Yep, as I thought, back to Liyue. Actually on the Crux. Maybe that's why they made it a fast travel point now, specifically for the Hangout quest. Oh, just by being here it starts.
Well, would you look who's here? Looks like it's going to be a day to remember. Guys, look who the sea washed up.
Ahoy there, traveler. So Captain really did invite you to join the homecoming celebration.
Hey, I heard that you took care of another crisis while you were in Inazuma. Are the rumors true?
You're damn right.
That's what I heard too.
Whoa, what's
Thanks
with
to
the
you,
hearts up there?
Inazuma's Vision Hunt decree was finally put to an end. Well done, traveler.
Okay, usually you can see it up in the corner there by me, over here. Usually there's 5 hearts and they start all full. Now there's 6 and 2 are gone. I'm curious why that's a thing.
Captain's got quite the eye for people. She said she was sure that your trip to Inazuma would stir up some waves. And sure enough.
All I wanted was to have a chat with the Electro Archon.
Look at you being so modest. We all know what you did to protect Liyue Harbor.
I've heard that they tell stories about you in Mondstadt, too. The honorary knight. Pretty impressive.
I'd say someone of your caliber would be right at home in the cracks.
It
Right,
is the
sailors?
Crux.
That's right. Wow, I'm getting excited just thinking of being the traveler's crewmate. Hey, what do you say we arm wrestle?
I was worried you'd be too busy to show up.
Oh,
Yo.
Captain on deck!
Captain, we were just trying to talk the traveler into joining the crew.
Yeah, come on, Captain Beto. Surely you've got a way to get the traveler on board.
Oh, he's on board right now for the celebration, isn't he?
Yeah, but just one celebration together is not enough. You know what we mean, Captain.
All right, I get it now. There is something special about you, traveler. You earned everyone's respect, myself included.
Hell yeah. There's a conversation you can have with her in the Serenity Pot. after you get to a certain friendship level, which I like just got, where she's like, "Hey, you should come on a voyage with us. Takes about 1.5 years, but it's a good time." Like, it's like, yeah, ooh, that's a lot.
So it goes without saying that the Crux would be honored to have a crew member such as yourself.
No doubt about that.
But then again, a hero like yourself doesn't just set off on a journey without some bigger purpose in mind. So should a hero really drop what they're doing just to spend day after day drifting at sea with us? Well, if that were the case, then the Crux, known for always moving forward to the next horizon, would instead be holding someone back.
Though, you don't actually move from this spot during gameplay here, so...
Right.
Not really
I
moving
guess we
forward.
didn't think that part through.
Remember, rather than seeking out strong members to join us, you should be focusing on making yourselves the strongest that you can be. If we are powerful, they will come to us. Isn't that why everyone here chose to come aboard in the first place?
Yes? A strong sailor is always looking for a sturdy ship.
I guess I almost forgot the first lesson you ever taught me. Thanks for the reminder, Captain.
Just be sure you all keep that in mind. Now, there's no more need to hound the Traveler, as you were. The Traveler and I have something to discuss.
Are we heading to your captain's cabin, perhaps?
I'm glad you came. Welcome back aboard.
I mean, I usually start these by going up here, but after all that, I kind of want to say this. Nah, we'll go here. Crew seemed excited to see me. Thanks for helping me out back there.
Hey, don't mention it. As a host, it would be pretty embarrassing to continue letting my guests be put on the spot like that. I can't go getting too caught up in my own reputation, though. That's certainly not how the Crux made it to where we are today. As the head of the fleet, my task is to keep us on the right course, no matter how turbulent the seas may become. But then again, the crew isn't usually this riled up. It's not that they're arrogant, they're just bubbling with ambition, that's all. Their excitement today comes from their great respect for you, both your strength and your character. So please, don't take it the wrong way.
Why would I? I'm actually quite interested in the life of a sailor.
Oh, is that so? Well, it just so happens that we're doing some recruitment and training for new crew members while we're back. It'll be a first-rate chance to learn the life of a sailor. Since you're interested, why don't you come along and experience a sailor's life firsthand? I'm curious to see if you'll take the sea by storm in the same way you have on land.
All right, Captain, show me the ropes.
Good. Come with me. I've got something interesting for you to see.
Oh?
The waves are as calm as always.
Chief Mate Juza's breaking in the newcomers, but I think we can spare you the tedium of that. After this, the new crew members will be arranged into 2 teams for more specialized training, according to their own aptitudes and the needs of the fleet. One team will learn comprehensive survival skills, including maritime emergency rescue, marine meteorology, psychological counseling, and so on. They will serve as the support team for the fleet, ensuring safe navigation. That's why we call them the Shield of the Crux.
It's the other team, the Spear of the Crux?
That's right. You catch on quick. As one might expect, we call the other team the Spear of the Crux, because they'll be learning about naval warfare. They'll make up the armed portion of our crew. Also, they're responsible for handling the fleet's cargo deals. So, what do you think? Which team is for you?
Oh, this will be one of the splits. Let's start with the shield, why not?
As I expected, you have a will to protect others. There are 2 main subjects that the Shield of the Crux focuses on: survival knowledge and entertainment. As I was saying earlier, survival knowledge includes prevention of injuries and diseases at sea, navigation and cartography, basic meteorology, etc. You can go learn about these skills from Genshin, Hoixing, and Liushi. They're all seasoned hands in their respective fields.
How did you pronounce that last one? It sounded like there was an R in there that doesn't seem to be there. Like Lyoshi. Lyoshi. I thought I would be learning from you, Captain.
Each sailor has their own strengths and weaknesses. I'm no rookie, of course, but you shouldn't underestimate the knowledge of the crew. If there's anything I'm most proud of in the fleet, it's my people. Go and get to work. I'll have some questions to test you later. I look forward to seeing how you do.
Alright. I wonder if the majority of these all happen on the ship.
Hello, traveler. I'm Genshin, the Crux's surgeon at sea. Whenever a sailor has a health problem, they come to me. I deal with it all, from seasickness and common colds to amputations and everything in between.
I'd like to learn about treating injuries and illnesses at sea, apparently.
Oh, I presume the captain arranged this, correct? All right then, let's begin. First of all, let me ask you this. What do you think is the biggest danger that all new crew members face?
Wait, biggest danger? Losing a limb?
That can certainly be a problem at sea, but it's not the biggest danger. The most dangerous thing for a newcomer is to underestimate the dangers of life at sea. Oh, I have seen many new crew members who see themselves as young and fighting fit and have no regard for safety. They think that since they are tough enough to look after themselves on land, they'll be fine at sea as well.
All of my options were a result, and you gave a... Like, all of mine were effects, and you just gave a cause. Whatever,
Those
continue.
are the ones that always end up in the sick bay. Everyone should know that being a sailor, especially on a long voyage, is a brutal job in an unforgiving environment. We have to face malnutrition when we're short on supplies, all kinds of injuries and diseases that the harsh ocean weather can bring, and even the psychological problems that can arise due to isolation and the lack of entertainment. To make things worse, the lack of medication and treatment options at sea can result in even minor health problems becoming serious, or even fatal.
This has got serious. There's a need for amputations.
You probably thought I was joking, right? Well, that's not surprising. Most newcomers think the same way. But hopefully you now realize that with a little extra precaution, a lot of these things can be avoided. Well, I think that's enough for you to think over for now. Is there anything else you would like to know?
What's Beto's view on this?
Captain Beto? Well, out of everyone I've met, she probably values people's lives and safety the most. Although I'm just a doctor, Beto has given me the full authority to send any newcomers who I don't see as fit for service off the ship, until they are ready to come back with the right attitude. Every time we're stocking up before a voyage, medicine takes top priority. I'm even allowed to choose the suppliers, regardless of the price. We have adequate budget for medical expenses. Do you know what Morag Rubber, our bookkeeper, calls this? A significant financial risk. But Beto knows the importance of having a healthy crew. That's why she has authorized me regardless. She places her full trust in me and believes that I can solve these problems. Of course, I have proven her right. So, to answer your question, that's how she thinks. Is there anything else you would like to know?
Thanks, I learned a lot.
Wow.
Enough.
My...
Like, stop giving me so many options. Oh, apparently I can stand here. What am I looking for? Up here.
Sorry about earlier, traveler. We were so caught up on getting you to join the fleet that we didn't notice we were going a little overboard. Good thing the captain stepped in.
It's okay. I was hoping to learn a little more about cartography.
Oh! Well, in that case, you have come to the right person. I'm not just blowing smoke. You're looking at the most talented navigator in Liyue Harbor. I'll start by introducing some chart reading essentials for new sailors. Feel free to interrupt if you have any questions. Let's start with what to look for when you get a set of complicated charts. First, you should always look at any indicated shorelines, islands or reefs, water depths, hydrological conditions, and other hazards. With these features in mind, you can answer the basic question of, can I chart a safe course through this area? Visually, nautical charts are a little unique. Unlike land maps, most charts do not have a fixed scale, which means that it can be hard to precisely determine the exact distance between 2 points. The most advanced nautical charts come with a supplementary chart, which has different colored lines marked on it to indicate distances. It's worth mentioning that under my direction, the crux is using these advanced kinds of charts. Some cartographers mark out other points of interest on their charts, usually with their own special symbols. If they don't leave any accompanying notes, they can be very difficult to interpret.
Man, this hangout quest is getting real educational. For example, charts inherited from the previous navigator?
Not only those, we have tattered and torn charts that we've picked up from all over the place. To be honest, it can be quite a challenge, even for me. Some of these charts are really old and have symbols that I've never seen before. But if we don't decipher them, we will certainly miss many secrets of the sea. Fortunately, we have the captain with us. She managed to find some ancient books on semiotics that I can use to study the charts further. I don't think anyone other than our captain could manage to get these kinds of resources. Old charts and ancient books on semiotics are not the kinds of things that are sold in your average marketplace. Oops, I've gotten off topic. Well, that just about covers the basics of chart reading. Is there anything else you would like to know, Traveler?
Sorry for moving the camera so much. I'm looking off in the distance. We got Inazuma all back there. And, Liyue here. Yeah. Do you have experience drafting nautical charts?
Drafting charts? That's certainly a more advanced topic. To be honest, I've only attained a smattering of knowledge in that area. The charts we are using now are just revised versions of the ones left by the previous navigator. So my mapping experiences have been primarily limited to updating our charts to reflect changes in the sea. I think you can ask Captain Beto more about cartography. One time, the fleet sailed into an uncharted area by mistake. It wasn't long before we turned the fleet around and returned the way we came out for fear of potential hazards. But Captain Beto still managed to draft a simple chart of the area we sailed through for if and when we explore the area again. Incredible, isn't it? I was amazed to see that the captain could even do cartography.
I wouldn't ask this question, but I guess I have to. Then why does she need you as a navigator?
Because I have the talent, and she doesn't want to let it go to waste. She treats the whole crew that way. I initially had the same question myself. After all, in many fleets, the captain also works as a navigator. I couldn't understand her reasoning at the time, so I asked her. She just laughed and told me to wise up, saying that even Rex Lapis never fights alone. She wants everyone on board to master their role, so that the crux is not floating on her alone. That way, if the day ever comes when she's no longer with the fleet, we will still be able to sail onward without her. Captain Beto may seem aloof and even act careless sometimes, but the truth is that she's very considerate of everyone on board. Is there anything else you would like to know, Traveler?
Nothing else, thank you.
My pleasure. A friend of Captain Beto is a friend of mine.
Oh, a lot of info. And we're gonna have to remember some of this. Wait, is he? Yep. Yeah, we're climbing. We do be climbing, though. What are you doing?
The waves are as calm as always.
And you know that we're gonna have to do this talking to people thing for the other side as well, which is Oh dear. Might start skipping through a bit. Yes, it's tedious to get up here, but I'm making sure I don't drop and have to do it again. Whew! This will be a better place for a view, huh?
Hello, traveler. Are you here to learn about marine meteorology?
Hey, how'd you know?
In my line of work, I've got to have a pair of sharp eyes. I saw the captain showing you around the training grounds, and then you went to see Yingxing and Huixing. So I figured that she probably wants you to get to know the life of a crew member.
Looks like Beta got the right person for the job.
Okay, let's get started. First, I'll introduce you to the basics of meteorology. Marine meteorology basically means keeping tabs on the weather as well as other ocean phenomena, so things like sea fog, storm surges, water spouts, and so on. These are all potential threats to safe navigation. Luckily, whatever weather might be coming up, there's always some kind of sign that gives it away in advance. Take water spouts, for example. They're caused by high-speed rotating winds on the surface of the ocean. They can engulf large ships and do immense damage. But if you know that water spouts can only form in an environment with high temperature, high humidity, and large clouds, then you can be well prepared. You will be even more alert if you also know that the presence of winds blowing in opposite directions, with a significant difference in speed, is a direct precursor to the formation of waterspouts. And most importantly, if you spot a small white vortex emerging from the clouds, you should immediately notify the crew to steer clear of what's ahead. So there you go. Those are the warning signs of waterspouts. I am proud to say that over the years, I haven't let a single one sneak up on my watch.
Must have sharp eyesight.
Well, I'm good at reading the sea, but I'm not as good as the captain when it comes to reading people. Do you know the small fishing village next to Wangshuin? I heard that when Captain was a kid, she worked there fishing with the adults. Later, she made her way to the harbor where she struggled to make a living. Managing to survive in an environment like that as a kid is solid proof of the captain's capabilities. If it wasn't for her, I never would have dreamed of taking this job. She gave me confidence and told me I could do it. You may not have heard, but I'm best known outside the Crux fleet for a slightly infamous story involving me, third-round knockout, and a few too many. Who would ever have thought that the rookie sailor who fell drunk into the sea and became a laughingstock among their now former crewmates would then go on to become a lookout for the Crux? But it's the unbelievable truth. It proves that having skills alone is not enough. You need someone like the captain who is a good judge of character.
Thanks for your time. I think I've learned all I need for now.
Find me anytime if you want to know more.
You were a quick one, at least. Think there had been a Geoculus up there long time ago before I got it. Alright, Beto, where are you? Let me just drop right in. There you are.
So you've already finished talking to the crew, huh? I thought it would take you a while longer. So, what did you think?
It's a little hard, but I can handle it.
Now you know that the shield of the Crux is not such an easy job. Let's get started. First of all, life on the sea isn't always plain sailing. Injuries and illnesses happen all the time. But what is the single biggest danger facing crew members?
Underestimating danger is the biggest danger.
Is that your final answer? All right, on to the second question. As you've just learned, the fleet plots its route using nautical charts. The charts used by the Crux have additional charts attached. The supplementary chart has lots of lines in various colors for added reference. What is the purpose of these lines?
Location, color and depth. Aesthetic. Ha. To mark distances.
Okay, interesting, interesting. Now, last question. On longer voyages, we have to be especially careful to avoid certain weather hazards that pose a threat to the integrity of the ship and the lives of the crew. For example, waterspouts. So my question is, how can we reliably predict waterspouts so we can avoid them?
When it's coming, it's coming. When the lookout says it's coming, it's coming. No. Yep, this one. Presence of dark clouds and strong winds in opposite directions, plus white vortices in the clouds.
Okay, those are all my questions. Do you want to know how you did? I gotta say, each time I think I've wrapped my head around how great you are, you surprise me with something new. You got them all correct. They weren't the most difficult questions, but they weren't ones you could bluff your way through either. You've clearly been paying attention to my crew.
Indeed.
Okay then. Now it's time to apply that endless talent of yours to learning some new recreational activities.
Why learn recreational activities?
You need to realize that being out at sea might be fun for the first few days while everything's new, but before too long,
it gets boring.
Looking at the same old sea every day and being so isolated from everything can really cause people to struggle mentally. That is why regular recreational activities are an absolute necessity. We offer a lot of fun courses for our newcomer training, including fishing, photography, chess,
orgies. Damn.
Oh, and thanks to Kazuha, these days we also offer poetry and music appreciation, as well as communal wind listening. Each newcomer has to participate in at least one, so that they've got some way of keeping themselves occupied at sea further down the line. Of course, if you'd prefer wrestling sea monsters with your bare hands, that can be arranged.
I didn't actually say it, but I was just kidding.
Well, for today, at least, let's stick to the training schedule drawn up by Juza. If I remember correctly, it should be photography today. Come on, I'll show you.
Ooh, cool. That's something I'm good at. Oop, up. Where are we going? Where are we going? Up top? Yes. Juza!
Listen up, everyone can go back and call it a day. The photography session has been postponed.
What's going on here, Juza?
Oh, Captain, there you are. Well, Captain, the photography teacher just sent word saying that she's fallen ill and doesn't want to risk coming in case she keels over in class.
I see. That's quite unfortunate.
Captain, if I may, I know a little about photography.
Oh? Quite the multi-talented one, aren't you? In that case, why don't you help us out and lead the class today?
Yeah, unfortunately, the original teacher canceled at short notice, so there's no time to schedule anything else instead. It would be great if the Traveler could step in as the teacher for the day.
It's up to you, Traveler.
It would be my pleasure.
Great, it's settled then. Juza, let's muster everyone over here to meet the new teacher.
Yes, Captain.
Interesting. How are we gonna do this?
Okay, that's 1, 2, 3. Oh, that should be everyone. Take it away, Traveler.
Before I begin, I do have one condition.
Oh yeah? What's that?
Since this is a photography course, there has to be a subject. We'll need a model.
Fair enough. It seems like you already have someone in mind. So, who will it be?
Oh, you're actually making me choose? There's no choice here. You.
Me? Well, we could do that, or Guyunstone Forest looks extraordinary today. It'd be a pity to not capture the scenery for posterity. So how about we snap Guyunstone Forest for today's class? Then there'd be no need for a model.
Come on, Captain. We talked about this. The photography class is supposed to be portrait photography. Have you forgotten? Scenery looks nice at first, but it gets boring after a while. I bet it'd keep the crew more entertained if we got them learning portrait photography so they could record moments in each other's daily lives. Those were your exact words, Captain.
Were they now? Strange. I don't seem to remember anything about that. Well, then in that case, how about Huiting? I bet she's perfect for the camera. Or Fuzhong. Or Mora Grubber. Even little Yue.
Seriously,
You're camera shy!
You're just trying to wriggle your way out of this. This isn't like you. You are the captain after all. Of all of us, you're the best suited to being a model.
I agree. You were the one who invited the Traveler to be the teacher, so you should cooperate, Captain. Besides, Captain, you've never had your photo taken. It's high time you got one. You know, a heroic and striking kind of picture. We can even use it to promote the fleet during recruitment.
Real funny, guys.
Trust me, trust your crew. Yeah, I'll play it safe. Trust your crew, Captain. You are the best candidate.
Well, if you say so. I'm not one to spoil the fun.
Even though you've just tried.
So, what do I do now, Traveler?
Never a good idea to tell a woman to smile, even if you are taking her picture. You can just strike an epic pose.
Like this?
You look a little nervous.
You're kidding, right? I've never had my photo taken before, but something this simple shouldn't be a challenge for me. It must be the lighting or something. You've got it wrong.
Perhaps you feel uncomfortable posing here?
I never said that.
We could go somewhere quieter.
You mean go somewhere else, then bring the final photo back as teaching material?
Sounds good to me. That's a good idea, isn't it, guys?
The lighting may still be a problem. But I'm open to persuasion. If you have a suitable place in mind, I can consider it. Just to be clear, I won't necessarily agree. It depends on the place you have in mind.
Ooh, okay. Fishing village near Wangshu Inn. Yaguangshou. The top of Mount Tianheng. Ooh. Apparently this is where she's from, if you remember that story from before. This is just the sandbars up near Dragonspine. And yeah, overlooking all Liyue Harbor is pretty nice, to be honest. So let's go with this one. Why not? How about the top of Mount Tianheng, overlooking all of Liyue Harbor?
A view overlooking Liyue Harbor, huh? Sounds nice, but on second thought, I don't have any love for a lifeless gadget like the camera. I'd prefer to be having fun together with my crew. I guess I'm used to that rowdy bunch. So I think we can just forget the whole modeling thing for now. Sorry about that. I guess I'll owe you a favor.
Oh no, that sound! I failed! I failed. No, we're getting that ending, damn it. So it starts with the test, and then actually if I can just
listen
start
up,
it here.
everyone can go back and call.
What's going on here?
Oh, Captain. There you. Well, Captain.
I see. That's quite Oh? In that case,
all right.
Yeah, it would be great if the
I definitely want her to be the subject.
Great. It's set.
Yes, Captain.
So let's see how we can do that.
Okay, that's one. Oh yeah?
I
What's
think
that?
it may have been
Fair
that
enough.
last choice.
So, who will it be?
You.
Me? Guyun Stone 4. So how about we...
Come on. Scenery looks... Those were your exact...
Well, then, or...
Seriously, Cap? You are the captain.
I agree. Besides, Captain, we can even use...
Trust me, Captain. You're the best candidate.
Well, if you say so.
Illusion of choice on that one.
I'm not one to spoil the... So, what do I do now, Traveler?
I'll try this. but I don't think it'll work. Smile and be happy.
Like this?
You look a little stiff.
You're kidding, right? It must be
lines.
the lighting or something.
Let's try this one.
You've got it wrong.
Perhaps you feel uncomfortable with so many people around?
I never said that.
You can go somewhere with a better view.
You mean go somewhere else than bring the final photo back as teaching
these
material?
are all illusion of choice there.
Sounds good to me.
The light, but just to be...
Alright, Mount Tianghan was a bust. Let's try the fishing village near Wangshu Inn.
The fishing village near Wangshu Inn? That place is deserted now, isn't it? How do you even know that place anyway? It's tiny. I don't think I've ever seen it on a single map.
This is the wrong choice. I once found some treasure there.
Treasure? There? I guess I missed out on that one. It just so happens that that little village is where I grew up. Now that you've mentioned it, it's given me the urge to go back and take a look around. How about we take this opportunity to pay my old home a visit?
Yeah, there we go. Oh, over here. Well, not entirely what I expected. I guess the one I was thinking of isn't really abandoned. There's still some people there, so. Come on, load faster. There we go. This way. It's not very far, so. That fan item that I just used makes you glide faster for about 30 seconds. And, I may not actually make it to the spot in one go. I normally climb higher when I glide from there, but I thought I could make it. Yeah, you get the fan from, reputation level in, Inazuma. Which I've reached max reputation in, Mondstadt and Liyue. So I'm still working on Inazuma. I'll probably have some of those quests to do later.
It's certainly seen better days. It was never that impressive, but at least back in the day, it was a lively village and home to several families. I wonder how long these last few old houses will remain standing.
So what exactly happened here?
Nothing as dramatic as you might think. A few small incidents occurred, and then people began to leave. Come on, let's take a walk around. People used to call this place Downriver because the villagers apparently moved here from a place called Upriver. With them, they brought their knowledge of fishing, which had been passed down from generation to generation. I learned a lot from them when I was here. Now Upriver is long gone, and Downriver is all but deserted. It won't be long before no one even remembers what these places are called. To Zhong. Zhong. I barely remember this name.
Maybe you've been gone too long.
You're right. I was only about 5 or 6 years old when I first arrived here. I was homeless and had to wander around the streets. I remember finally managing to find half a rice bun, but then a stray dog jumped out and snatched it away from me.
Oh.
Half a rice bun was not something I was willing to give up so easily at the time, so I chased it all the way to this neighborhood. Then a few fishermen saw us running and stopped me. They were kind enough to give me some food. Seeing me stop, the dog also stopped running. But straight away it keeled over and never got up again. Maybe it was too tired, or maybe it had starved to death.
Jeez.
I went over and saw that the dog still had the half rice bun in its mouth. It didn't let go even at the very end. Poor thing. Had I known the dog was so weak, I would have let it take that half rice bun.
That's when the villagers here took you in?
I could tell they were wary of me at first. I was the dirty little kid who had just chased a dog to death over some scraps of food. But I got lucky. the village chief took pity on me and brought me to their home. That's how I ended up staying here.
What made you leave later?
Do you know what the name Beidou means? Come on, I'll explain along the way. About a year or two after I arrived, the village chief fell ill during the winter and passed away. During that same period, the harvest was getting worse, and the fishermen's catch was getting smaller day by day. Without the village chief to handle the situation, people began blaming each other. There were even rumors that some families had been overfishing and leaving nothing for the rest of the village to catch. But in the end, they all turned on me, saying that they shouldn't have ever taken me in. They said I was bad luck. They pointed to how that dog died on the first day I arrived. Next thing you know, the village chief dies, and then all the fish die out. They said I was a living curse, and the downfall of the village was all my fault. I told them that I didn't understand. I'm not a curse, I'm just Beidou. Then some of the villagers started shouting, and drove me out of the village. They shouted, "Nando controls life. Beidou controls death. Beidou controls death." Before then, all I knew about my name was that it had something to do with the stars. It wasn't until then that I realized that Beidou was a constellation. And the Alcor, one of its stars, was an omen of death. Here we are. This is the old house of the village chief. I bet he never expected that the little girl he took in would grow up to be seen as a curse that brought about the village's total destruction.
If you're cursed, then I think I am too.
What do you mean?
The Anemo Archon's Gnosis was taken after I arrived in Mondstadt.
Is that all?
The Geo Archon's Gnosis was also taken after I arrived in Liyue.
And let me guess, you got to Inazuma and the Electro Archon's Gnosis was taken as well?
Yep.
Well, you seem to wreak havoc on a grander scale than I ever could.
Does that make you feel better now?
Oh, I get it. You're trying to convince me that I'm not cursed. I appreciate it, and I'll take it. Let's not forget that the people whose names stick around are the ones who emerge from the stormy seas unscathed. And the ones who get swept away in the wind are the fledgling birds who couldn't hack it. I, for one, have never encountered a storm I couldn't weather. But your journey's far from over, isn't it? Just remember, there's no telling what else you might encounter in this vast world. So if you ever find some idiot trying to brand you as a scapegoat just because you're the one who lived to tell the tale, tell them Captain Beidou demands to have the honor along with you. Remember, you'll always have the Captain of the Crux to back you up wherever you go.
I suppose we're just two scapegoats looking out for each other.
Two cursed scapegoats banding together for survival. Sounds like a recipe for disaster, but at the same time, I kinda dig it. I'm lucky to have a friend like you. Okay, it's time to get back to our photography. Right, teacher?
You finally remembered what we're here for.
Come on, let's not waste any time. Get it done while you can before I change my mind. So, do I need to strike a pose?
Oh. I may have gotten a glimpse of the titles of the endings when I was looking at a thing in the Serenity Pot, but this might actually get one. But also, I love her. She's so good. So let's see how this goes.
What? The nerve! What do you think this is? I don't want to do this whole modeling thing.
Oh, that's a failure.
Cut it out. No more pictures.
No! Oh. Wait, it was an ending! Flirtatious, yeah, that's what... I thought we agreed to strike a flirtatious pose. Sorry, you agreed with who again? Okay, let's get the actual pose then. Yep. Now, are we gonna have to walk through this whole thing again?
Here we are.
Oh, no, okay.
This is the old house. I bet he never expected that. What do you mean? Is that all? And let me guess. Well, I appreciate it, and I'll take it. Let's not forget that the people I, for one, have that your journey's far from over. So if you ever find some idiot, remember, you'll all...
Yeah, I know I kind of ruined the
Two cursed
moment with that, but
scapegoats
that was the
banding
point.
together for survival. Sounds like I kind of dig it. I'm lucky to have a friend like you. Okay, it's time to get back to our photography. Right, teacher?
We don't have the option anymore. That's great. Oh no, it's not
Come
there
on,
yet.
let's not waste any. So?
Okay, yeah, it is still there. However you prefer.
All right. How about this?
Oh. Now, I actually like taking photos in this game, so let's see if we can get a good one here. Hold on, can we? No, we can't adjust her. Oh, perfect with the moon there. It was just rising, too.
So? Is it done yet? Please don't tell me that it looks weird.
Not at all. It's perfect.
Show me.
Only if you promise to give it back.
Yeah, sure, whatever. Now give it here.
You hand her the photo.
Yes. I see. All right. On behalf of the Crux, thank you very much for your photography class today. You've been an excellent teacher, and I couldn't be more satisfied. Now, as captain of the Crux, I am exercising my official right to requisition this photograph for future promotion and recruitment purposes.
Oh.
So I'm afraid I'll be holding on to this. That's fine with you, though, right?
Hey now. Photography class for 2. Laughter breaks the solitude of the long silent village, and the lonesome scene grows pleasant once again. She's lovely. Just gonna grab some of the stuff around here. And then we will head to the next part, or previous part. Alright, so if we go all the way down here, yep, those are 2 endings, and there's another split. Oh, yep, here we go, a little test. Really? We don't have to fail the test, do we? Was there something after that? Well, the good thing is we can restart from any point even while active, so. Should be fine.
So you've already finished talking to the crew, huh? Now you know that the Shield of the Crux is not such an easy job. First of all, life on... But what is the... Is that your... As you've just learned, the supplementary chart... Okay, and on longer voyages. So, my question... Okay, those are all my questions. I gotta say, each time I think I've wrapped my head around how great you are, you surprise me with something new.
Thank you.
You got them all correct. Okay then, now it's time to apply that endless talent of yours to learning some new recreational activities.
To be clear, wrestling sea monsters barehanded is not my idea of recreation.
Don't worry, all our recreational activities are respectable and, above board. You need to realize that being out at sea might be fun. Looking at the same old... That is why we offer a lot of fun courses. Oh, and thanks to Kazu, each newcomer has... Of course, if you'd prefer wrestling sea monsters with your bare hands, that can be arranged.
Now you're talking my language.
Well, if I remember correctly...
Okay, I think... Okay, we have to fail the test. I have to purposefully fail the test. Let's choose
you've already finished talking to the crew, huh?
Let's choose the silliest options. After
longer.
saying it was a breeze.
So, you sound confident, but don't underestimate. Gotta admit, though, I like your attitude. First of all, life on the sea isn't always, but what is the single...
Amputations.
Is that your final answer? As you've just learned, the fleet plots its route. The supplementary chart has lots of lines.
To add color and depth to the chart in a way that expresses the draftsman's aesthetic preferences and fosters a greater appreciation of art among the crew.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, same answer for
On
all
longer
these.
voyages, we have to be... So, my question is...
When Liushi says the water spout is coming, it's coming.
Okay, those are all... Congratulations, you... wait a second, you didn't pass. For my... It didn't seem to be all that. Did you get them wrong on... just
Yes.
kidding. I know you wouldn't do that. I guess you're... In that case, how about we take a trip back to Liyue
There we
Harbor?
go.
Looks like you and the sea are not made for each other. Dry land is where you really come into your own. I've actually been hoping for the chance to give you an insider look at how some of the Crux's important business is conducted.
Alright. This is feeling like it's taking a lot longer than the other one. But I think it's because there was a lot of info in that portion. We've already gotten 2 of the 5 endings, so this will be 3 at least. And honestly, we wouldn't have enough content with just 1 ending or 2 for next stream, so I'm going to finish it this stream.
You may be aware that as an armed fleet, the Crux is kinda like the maritime equivalent of a guard for hire. We work as an armed carrier, earning our keep by successfully delivering the goods entrusted to us from A to B. Aside from that, though, there is also one other important way we make income.
Remuneration for completing Adventure Guild commissions, bounties for capturing pirates on the Ministry's Civil Affairs wanted list, consultancy fees, running fast track training courses. Pirate bounties.
Actually, it's trading in certain kinds of goods.
Hey, my hotshot accountant. Nice of you to join us.
The fact that they actually call her Money
Cut
Grubber.
it out, boss.
Mora Grubber is
Juza sent me here with a message. He says preparations are now underway. If you give me the all clear, I'll head straight over.
Okay. Be careful.
What's your bookkeeper doing here?
Well, she has something to take care of. Mora Grubber was right, though. The other important side to our business, the less official side, is doing exactly what merchants do. Importing here, exporting there. The only difference between us and regular merchants is that our transactions aren't entirely above board. You'll see what I mean by that shortly. I'm taking you to see one such transaction for yourself. Come on, let's go meet our trading partner for the day.
Supposed to be following you, right? Where are we going? Be hilarious if I actually pulled Beto out now and we're just running around with 2 Betos. I wish I liked playing as her more, because I really do like her character.
Fresh seafood! Fresh seafood! Catch it while you can!
What do you have?
Hello there! Here at Nay's Professional Fishmongers, we've got everything you could ask for. So what do you need?
I want a bass head with all the teeth removed. If there's a single tooth in there, I don't want it.
Huh? You know bass have pharyngeal teeth, right? In the throat? How do you expect me to get all those out?
Then I'll have a bass trunk with 2 swim bladders. Again, if it's short by 1 swim bladder, it's not the bass I want.
You're not making this easy for me. 1 bass means 1 swim bladder. Afraid that's not up to me.
Okay, then I'll take a bass tail with scales that are yellow on the outside, black on the inside. Also, it's gotta have a total of 81 scales. That's 7 times 7, no more, no less.
What kind of fish scales are yellow outside and black inside? You sure this is a fish you're talking about? In any case, you can try all you want, but 7 times 7 is never gonna get you 81. Pardon my asking, but you're not a fish expert, are you? I'm sorry, ma'am, but I'm afraid I don't have any of the things you're looking for.
Didn't you say you have everything we could ask for?
Look, I'm a professional. So are most of the people I serve. I can accommodate anything they ask for. Seems you two are amateurs. So I'm sorry, but you'll have to go someplace else.
Anywhere you'd recommend?
Like I said, Nay's Professional Fishmongers is for professionals. For amateurs, the place to go to would be Wise Amateur Fishmongers.
I doubt they call themselves that.
I bet you're wondering why that guy was saying he didn't have what we wanted. That was just the first step in the transaction, to confirm our identity. The real deal will come later.
Uh-huh. I knew it was in code. It just seemed a bit hostile for code. Also, the 7 times 7 is 81 thing just kind of... Oh, where are we going?
You can't beat the atmosphere here.
We're actually going pretty far. Oh, he is way.
Fresh seafood! Fresh seafood!
Is this Wise Amateur Fishmongers?
That's the one. We have all kinds of amateur stuff here. The more amateur, the more of it we got. What would you like?
We'd like a bass head.
No problem. Ours are all toothless, mind you.
And a bass trunk.
Oh, no problem. I'll stick an extra swim bladder in there for you. On the house.
And a tail.
Sure thing. I'll paint the scales yellow on the outside and black on the inside, so you can tell at a glance, this ain't no ordinary fishtail.
Do the scales add up to 81 or 7 times 7?
If it's 7 times 7 you want, I can do you 81, 138, or even 648. It's up to you.
Great. I like your style. We have a deal.
I appreciate your patronage. Please, take your order to our warehouse manager over there.
Don't you have the fish here?
A real amateur if I've ever met one. Proud to have you as a customer. No, we don't have the fish here. All fish sold at Wise Amateur Fishmongers are still swimming in the sea. Once we get the order in from the customer, we go fish it out for them. The warehouse handles that side of things. Pay first, then we bring you the goods. That way you get the freshest catch.
Oh, come on. I wanted to glide. Oh, Mr. Iron Abacus.
Are you two here to collect your order, huh, Bait?
Yes, sir. We're here about that bass.
I didn't expect you to come in person, but we still need to follow procedure. The bass you want is not a standard specimen. Our fishermen need to wait for the right moment to catch it. You know the rules, I take it?
Of course.
What rules?
Oh, well, as you know, timing and location are everything when it comes to fishing. You have to wait till all the conditions are just right. That means the tide, the moon, and the wind. So, let me ask you this. When will the tide come in?
Beta, are we gonna do these drugs soon or what?
The fishing song will sound out at midnight.
How drunk will the moon be before the party's over?
It won't stop while the Star of Death shines.
I see, yes. Which way will the sea breeze be blowing?
The breeze should be bound for Guyan.
All right then, well received. I'll go and make arrangements.
Great. I think that wraps up everything we needed to do in Liyue Harbor. Let's head back and wait for the delivery.
What did all those riddles mean?
The 3 people we just met are our business partners. Nay's professional fishmongers and Y's amateur fishmongers are just cover names.
Obviously.
The bass, obviously, is the code name for the goods. The numbers of teeth, swim bladders, and scales all represent different specifications. Meanwhile, the conversation I had with the warehouse keeper was the instructions for the deal itself. Let me translate it for you. Tonight at midnight, the deal will take place in Guyan Stone Forest. The Alcor will wait there as long as needed. As for what the actual goods are, well, you'll see tonight.
The Alcor is the name of the ship, right. And as we heard from the other part of the story, it's the name of the star in the constellation Beidou. The Star of Death. Cool! Not doing anything illegal here, are we? I mean, I'm into it, but I want to know.
What if I were to say yes? What would you do then?
Pretend I didn't see anything.
Thank you. But don't worry, everything will be fine. I deeply value you as a friend, but ultimately, you're not with the Crux. I definitely don't want to cause you any trouble just because you hung out with me. So rest assured, we haven't broken any laws. At least not today.
All right. Oh, good. It's right next to the fast travel. Wait till early... Oh, yeah, midnight. Oh, I forgot to get this. Oop, a bit farther back than I intended. Oh right, I just remembered something. Should we do this in the middle of this, or...? Oh, I don't actually have enough yet. It's 141. Alright, we'll have enough for that later. Oh, okay. Oh, and there's boats here too.
Captain Beidou, you gave me quite the surprise when you showed up in person earlier today.
Well, my friend is visiting, so I wanted to show him how the Crux handles some of its important business.
I see. You two must be close.
You got that right. Now, down to business. Have you brought the goods?
Yep, all here. Please, feel free to take stock.
Stop! Nobody move! We have received certain information pertaining to a potential illegal business transaction at this location. Apologies, Captain Beidou, but I'm going to need to inspect those goods.
I know, should I run for it?
Oh? An illegal business transaction, you say? Oh, all the goods are here. If you have any suspicions, please inspect them at your leisure.
Captain, everything's been checked. It's just a bunch of potatoes, flour, and so on. And all the paperwork checks out too.
Huh? Everything's been checked thrice over. There's not a single contraband item here. The paperwork was approved by the Ministry of Civil Affairs, and the tax declarations are all in order.
Looks like you've managed to clear everything up. I suppose we can put this down as a simple misunderstanding.
Yes, apologies. This was a mistake on our end. Come on, let's go.
Bravo, Captain Beidou. This was rather ingenious.
Wait a second, what's going on? What's going on is we distracted them from the actual illegal deal going on somewhere else.
Seems like your friend still has a little catching up to do.
I know you have a lot of questions. Come on, take a walk with me and I'll lay it all out for you.
Well, I'll leave you both to it. Captain Beidou, I look forward to doing business with you again. Take care.
And walk inside.
You probably thought that there was some sort of nefarious business going on behind all the secrecy today. The truth is, that was exactly what I wanted the Ministry of Civil Affairs to believe. What you might not know is that I, as the leader of the Crux Fleet, and you, the great hero of Liyue Harbor, have both been on the Ministry of Civil Affairs watch list for a long time.
That makes sense.
In other words, whenever you or I crop up in Liyue Harbor, it almost always draws their attention. Not that there's any animosity behind it, mind you. In their words,
It's a security precaution to prevent people like us from causing unnecessary trouble.
oh, I have no qualms about that. They're just doing their job, keeping the land safe. But how does that saying go again? Ah, yes. Sometimes the closer you are to something, the less you can see. Did you figure it out yet? That's right. Maura Grubber, the accountant. With you, me, and a few sacks of potatoes and flour serving as a front, the deal she's overseeing on her end should go off without a hitch.
As I thought.
After all, the Ministry of Civil Affairs sent the Millilith to us. Looking at the time, it should be any second now. Look, that's the signal.
Very loud signal.
Tonight's real deal is officially done. Do you have any more questions?
I have a feeling Ningguang is not so easy to fool.
You're right. Never underestimate her. But as long as we don't take things too far, she won't look into it too closely. She knows that neither you nor I would do anything to harm Liyue.
True.
In any case, there's another higher-level watch list at the Ministry of Civil Affairs above the one we're on. It's top secret. Even I don't know whose names are on it. But I do know that the individuals and organizations on that list are the ones the Qixing are really wary of. I've gotten off topic. On some level, Ningguang and I are actually business partners too.
So
Reason being, I'm the only one who can get her some of the more obscure treasures she wants.
What's the real deal?
It's complicated. All you need to know is that what might be easily attainable for some people can often be a lifesaver for others who can't get their hands on it. That's where we come in. It's as simple as that.
Do you mean medicine?
You still have some important things to take care of, don't you? As long as you don't know what I was referring to, you'll be safe. So, I'm sorry, but I can't tell you for now. Of course, if the day comes when you've traveled to every corner of the world, found your sibling, and neatly tied up all your loose ends along the way, you're welcome to come back here and I'll tell you all about it. You'll always be welcome in the Crux Fleet. I hope I get to see you on board again someday.
In a few moments. Guyun Buyers Club. Huh. Once everything is over, Beidou hopes to see you on board again someday. That's a good shot. I like that. Also, that sword she has there is available this month, but I don't think it's actually better than the one with worse colors that we already have for Diluc. So, not really. Don't really think I'll get that. I could get Fischl though. She's out there. There we go. Sailor training. First, as you can see, we have 9 of these and 161 of these. Yeah, see, there's Fischl. I could get another character. Don't know if I want to, though. Get you. And do a wish! Because why not do that on stream? Xiangling, starting off with a character, alright. Blood-tainted greatsword. Harbinger of Dawn. Slingshot. Cool Steel. Sharpshooter's Oath. Sharpshooter's Oath. Debate Club. Ferris Shadow. Debate Club. Alright, so we got a another constellation for Xiangling. Alright. Huh. Interesting. I think that is very good, actually. Not that I'll ever use her, but still good. No, not. Alright. Oop, nope, down.
Chief Mate Juza's breaking in the newcomers, but I think we can spare you the tedium of that. After this, the new crew members will be arranged into two teams for more specialized training, according to their own aptitudes and the needs of the fleet. One team will learn they will serve as the support team for the fleet. That's right, as one might expect. Also, there was... So, what do you think? Which team is for you?
Let's try the Spear of the Crux.
Let's start with the fundamentals for any armed crew member. Basic boat handling. Follow me.
Are we following already? Or just... Nope, we just go straight.
These are some older skirmish boats that we keep on the Alcor's backup.
Looks a bit different than the one we actually use.
Although they've been made redundant by newer models now, they're still fully kitted out. They're perfect for when we need to do simulated battles as part of crew training.
Thought I'd be steering the Alcor in a battle simulation.
Disappointed? So this isn't quite on the scale that you had in mind, huh? To be honest, the Alcor going into battle is the last thing I'd ever want to see. In fact, out of all the confrontations we've ever had, almost all were resolved by negotiation. Only when negotiations fail do we consider deploying our armed fighters and skirmish boats, and they alone are enough to handle most situations. The only reason the Alcor would ever need to open fire would be if it were a fight to the death. The Alcor serves only two purposes: to deter or to destroy. We are an armed fleet with a strong sense of justice, not war-hungry lunatics. We're very careful about determining when to use force and exactly what level of force to use. All of this to say that mastering a small attack craft is quite enough for new crew members. Do you have any experience piloting small armed vessels?
Sure do. I can even sail and fire at the same time.
You mean you can do the jobs of a helmsman and a gunner simultaneously? Wow, that's quite an achievement. Even in the Crux, there are few who can do that. Seems like you're a natural. In that case, I'll skip the basics on how to operate your craft. The goal of this exercise is simple. Steer your skirmish boat along the prescribed route and return here within the time limit. You can start when you're ready. I'll be waiting here so I can observe your skills.
All right. Oh. There we go. Getting all of these, damn it. To slow down for this maneuver, and I didn't realize that we were continuously dashing through all that. Like, they didn't give us a limit on the, Wasn't expecting this. But I dig it. Woohoo! Alrighty. That was a cool way to finish it.
Nicely done. That was a joy to watch. Perfect timing on the turns. You kept your craft stable on the straightaway. It was like watching a well-rehearsed show.
I call that pretty routine. I had a lot of training in sailing.
All right. It's high time I introduced you to some of the more serious business that the Crux takes on. Come with me. Right. We're going to Liyue Harbor.
Alright, let's just summon some Hilichurl that we can defeat for this thing. Map! Damn it! Not the character screen. Also, there was a sound at the end there. And this is the same place we went for the business thing. Hold on. No way! This was a split to get here? Okay. It's not what I expected. I should have stayed on the ship. But yeah, I guess now I have this one at a higher heart value. I'm not going to go through all that again. I don't need to. Oops. Alright. Let's start this up again. Wait.
Chief Mate Juza's breaking in the newcomers.
No, hold on.
One team will learn. They will serve as the support team for the fleet. That's right, as one might expect. Also, they're responsible. So, what do you think?
Didn't I?
Let's start with the fun. Follow me.
Did I accidentally pick one further on? Yeah, it's like I accidentally picked sailor training. Going for a special guest. Starting at the actual beginning.
Time to set sail.
Well, would you look who's here?
Ahoy there, traveler.
Hey!
That's what I heard.
Captain's got quite the eye for people. She said she was sure that your trip to Inazuma would stir up some waves. And sure enough...
It was a joint effort. I can't take all the credit.
Look at you, being so modest.
I've heard that they tell stories.
Yep.
I'd
Same stuff.
That's right. Hey, what do you say we arm wrestle?
I was worried you'd be too busy to show up.
Oh.
Hello,
Captain on deck.
Captain!
Yeah, come on, Captain.
Oh, he's on board right now?
Yeah, but...
All right. So it goes
yeah, the other route we don't actually celebrate.
Would be honored.
No doubt about that.
But then again, a hero like yourself doesn't just set off on a journey. So should a hero really... Oh, if that were the case...
Right.
Remember, rather than... Isn't that why everyone here chose to come?
Yes. A strong sailor is always looking for a sturdy ship.
I guess I almost forgot the first lesson you ever taught me.
Just be sure you all keep that...
Okay.
I'm glad you came. Welcome back aboard.
You're a wise leader.
Thanks. I'll take that. Some rumors have it that the leader of the Crux is so powerful that she could slay the mighty Leviathan Haishan without breaking a sweat. I can't go getting too caught up in my own reputation, though. That's certainly not how the Crux made it to where we are today. As the head of the fleet, my task is to keep us on the right course, no matter how turbulent the seas may become. But then again, the crew isn't usually this riled up. It's not that they're arrogant, they're just bubbling with ambition, that's all.
Choice too.
Their excitement today comes from their great respect for you. both your strength and your character. So please, don't take it the wrong way.
Why would I? I should be thanking them for taking me to Inazuma.
All good then. Great. Actually, speaking of Inazuma, I think your good luck must have rubbed off on me on the way over. I made an interesting find on the beach shortly after we parted ways.
Oh.
Let's talk about it over there, where it's a little quieter.
Ooh, a gift.
So after we dropped you off in Rito, we found a shipwreck nearby. Probably belonged to Inazuman pirates. We searched the wreckage and found a map.
Ooh,
at first, I thought it was a nautical chart. I was thinking we might discover a new sailing route if we were lucky. But after a closer look, I realized it wasn't a map of the sea at all. It was a Liyue treasure map, and no ordinary one at that.
Is an evil chi active in the area?
Nothing like that. I just mean that the map was a mess. So it was the most I could do to figure out that the treasure was probably in Liyue. As for its exact location, I have no idea. I'd say I've explored Liyue pretty extensively, but still, this one managed to beat me. So,
I mean, I have
thought
100% exploration.
Nobody can
anyway.
beat you when it comes to treasure hunting on land, right?
You know me too well.
Is that right? Well then, it looks like I'm in good hands. Here's the map. See what you can make of it. So, where do you think it is?
Huh. I think this might be the split, by the way. So it's either Guili Plains or Chinxa Village. Oh, let's just do Guili Plains first. This is probably the split.
Guili
Hey Reaper,
Plains.
long time no see.
Huh, I never would have gotten that. How can you tell?
Compared against a regular map, the topography of the area most closely resembles Guili Plains.
Oh, okay then. So you do live up to the hype. I can't believe you noticed that. You sure have an eye for detail. Let's head over there and take a look. I'll need you to help me zero in on the specific location once we're there.
Xiao. Who was Xiao? Is it... I mean, new character, right? I admit I don't really pay too much attention to the new characters until they actually show up. Yeah, I missed I did a pull earlier. I got another Xiangling, but... The one before that, I actually got Goro. Yeah, Shenhua. Yeah, that... Right. Xiao... Oh! Xiao is the, what the fuck is his name? The Conqueror of Demons, right?
It should be around here, right?
Yeah, I don't need to go into the menu now. We're going through this.
Hmm? Who are they? Oh, it's a bunch of treasure hoarders. I guess the treasure's for real then. There are quite a few of them. If things go south and fists start flying, stay behind me. I'm more than a match for these amateurs.
So am I. Oop, just... Alright.
Keep digging, boys! Once we have our hands on the treasure, everyone gets a share!
You can all hold it right there!
Huh? Who's that barking orders? Do you know who you're up against here? Keep going if you got a death wish!
What? Small time treasure.
It's... Captain Beidou! Run, boys! Run!
Nobody move!
Captain Beidou, Lord of the Ocean, this is all my fault. I didn't know who I was up against. I don't have a death wish. I swear. I got a big mouth is all. It's always saying things it shouldn't. I swear I'll... Please, have... Well, spare them, at least. These guys are just trying to put food in their mouths. They'd never hurt a soul.
She doesn't even have to say anything to scare this
Take
guy.
me. Please, it was me that disrespected.
Is that right? Fine. Seems like you've got a heart in there somewhere, seeing how you treat your crew. I'll let you off the hook this time. Get out of here!
Thank you, Captain Beidou. Thank you.
Wait.
Yes? What else might the...
This treasure's still up for grabs. The Crux fleet honors the rule of first come, first served. You found it first, so...
What?
Name your price. I can't have any rumors going around about Captain Beidou stealing other people's treasure, can I?
Captain Beidou! We wouldn't dare take more from you! Take the treasure, as an apology for my foolish words. Please, take it. Please.
Oh? Well, if you insist. I accept your kind offer, and I'll make you one in return. You don't seem like terrible folks, so let me help you get onto the right track. If you want to mend your ways and put all this behind you, the Crux can probably arrange some odd jobs in the port for you. It'd be humble work, but at least it'd get you on your feet and making an honest living. A much better deal than what you've got going now, if you ask me.
Wow, thank you, Captain Beidou. On behalf of me and all my boys.
Right. Let's see what we've got in here.
Gotta get this mint,
This isn't
which
what
was
we're looking
staring
for.
at me during that cutscene.
Let's look around. Maybe we'll find it.
Is it the treasure here that I already got?
Those rocks look kind of weird. Let's see if there's anything there. Nothing. Let's keep looking. What are those hilly trolls digging for? Wait, actually, I've heard they sometimes dig for buried treasure. Let's go take a closer look.
Oh, I don't have his fucking move.
Nope, not here either. Now that we've searched all the places of interest in this area and come up with nothing, you got any ideas?
What is the treasure you're looking for?
It's
Captain Beidou! Captain Beidou!
Huh? Hey, what brings you back here?
Captain Beidou! Actually, we've just been wandering around nearby. We didn't go far, because we were thinking about what you said and... Well, me and the boys decided we're ready to move away from all of this and get on the straight and narrow.
I'm giving you that offer.
Are you sure?
Yes, absolutely sure.
Okay then. But I'll warn you right now, you won't have it easy. It might just be menial work in the port, but in the eyes of the general public, you'll be associates of the Crux. So there'll be a grueling test you have to go through before you can start.
I understand. Truth be told, Captain, it's only because it's you, the mighty and honorable and since you made us this kind offer, I'd like to ask, if I might be so bold, is there any hope?
Well, there's no place in the Crux for delusions of grandeur, that's for sure. But then again, everybody has to start somewhere. So, it comes down to you. If you manage to impress me and earn the respect of my crew, then yeah, nothing's impossible.
Thank you, Captain Beidou. Thank you 1,000 times over. I couldn't help but notice you were searching for something else. It still hasn't turned up?
Why? Do you have any clues?
We heard about 2 treasures, both in Guili Plains. We were still looking for the first one when you found us. So maybe the other one might be what you're looking for.
Where is it?
Not too far from here, but I'm just not sure of the exact location. All the info we got about this treasure came from the black market. The answer's hidden inside a poem which goes like this. Drunkenly I gazed at the ruins long forsaken, and lay beneath red leaves whose branches cast a crooked shade. The dusk sun shone upon the sea as I awakened, but Guyon stood twixt weary eyes and the sight of home they crave. As for the ruins long forsaken part, I do know of some ruins near here, but beyond that line, I don't...
So a treasure clue hidden in a poem, huh? Don't worry, we got this. See my friend here? If they taught treasure hunting as an art form, you'd probably be calling him Grandmaster. This kind of thing's a piece of cake for him. Am I right?
Let's maybe head to the site first.
Okay then. Let's start by heading to the site and surveying the scene. Maybe we'll find some other clues over there.
Okay, come on boys, you heard the captain!
Is it? Nope. Down here? Oh. Alright.
These are the long forsaken ruins from the poem. Apparently they were once full of treasure, but judging by the state of them now, it's probably long gone.
It seems that we need to dig deeper into this poem. Drunkenly, I gazed at the ruins long forsaken, and lay beneath red leaves whose branches cast a crooked shade. The dusk sun shone upon the sea as I...
Yeah,
Do you have any ideas?
Maybe gazed at the ruins mean the writer wasn't right here,
but... somewhere you can see the ruins from. So somewhere not too far from here?
The second line means there's probably a red-leaved tree around.
Yeah, and maybe the shadow cast by the tree is supposed to hint at something.
The third line, perhaps the dusk sun has something to do with the timing?
Oh, I got it! This guy fell asleep and woke up just before sunset!
Dusk and the shadow of a red-leaved tree. I think we can work with that. Let's take a look around.
Okay. A red-leaved tree. Most of what's around here is orange, but I'm still assuming it's that. Is it just gonna happen when I get to the right spot, or? Gotta be this tree, huh? It's the only crooked tree around. And it's sunset? Uh-huh.
Found it! At long last, the treasure is finally in our hands. A check from the Northland Bank.
What?
You really came through. We found the spot in no time. Without your help, I don't think I ever would have gotten my hands on it.
I was expecting it to be something a little more unique.
To us, this is just a check that you can exchange at Northland Bank for some Mora. But to some people, it's of huge importance. When I found the treasure map, it was tightly sealed inside a small bottle along with a letter. I'll let you read it for yourself.
If you find this bottle, I may no longer be in this world.
Finished?
I originally thought these pirates, having their ways and means, might be able to send me back to Liyue, which was why I got on board their ship. I never expected that... forget it. I suppose this is what they call destiny. Before I came to Inazuma, I worried that my old mother's place would be burgled, as she lives alone. So I left a check for all the Mora I've saved over these past years, buried in the location marked out on this map. Please help me retrieve that check and exchange it at the Northland Bank. The Mora will then be yours to do with as you please, save for a small portion that I would like used to pay my mother's living expenses. Her name is Minamoto Kotomi. She lives in the Guili Plains. Please do this for me, and thank you. I'm sorry, Mother. I found loads of those sakura blooms that could be found all over your homeland, but it's a shame I cannot send them to your side. Oh. So it's the last will of a faithful son.
Yeah. I can't fault him for what he did, but the way things turned out... all I can say is, life is unpredictable. Well, let's fulfill his final wish by taking this check to where it belongs.
Alright. Oh, just right in front of me.
Well, this is it. Oh, boys, it's time for your first job.
Oh, boy.
Give this check to the old lady who lives in that wooden hut. Tell her it's a welfare payment from the Liyue Ministry of Civil Affairs.
Yes, boss.
What's up?
I have some sakura blooms that I picked up in Inazuma. I want to have them too.
I see. But you only find sakura blooms in certain places, right? It must have been quite a bit of work collecting all these, surely.
Not really.
Let's just pick one, huh? One's enough to show that you care. You've already helped me out so much today. Okay, off you go then. Take her the sakura bloom along with the check. And if she asks, tell her, your child in a faraway land sends his best wishes.
But only if she asks. Oh, that's a good pose. Sakura blooms upon Guili fell. As the sakura from one's homeland sink into the sea, so too the wandering son's thoughts are delivered to his mother. Alright, I believe we have one ending left. And we go all the way back to private chat. Alright. Before I move on, though, gonna heal real quick. No, map. There we go. Back to the Alcor.
So after we dropped you off in Rito, we found a shipwreck nearby. We searched the wreckage, and at first I thought it was a nautical. But after a closer look, I realized it wasn't a map of the sea at all. It was a Liyue treasure map, and no ordinary one at that.
Is there a great demonic presence in the area?
Nothing like that. As for its exact location, I have no idea. I'd say I've explored Liyue, so I thought of you. Nobody can beat you when it comes to treasure hunting on land, right?
I wouldn't say I'm the best treasure hunter of all time. Only the best to date.
Is that right? Well then, it looks like I'm in. Here's the map. See what you can make of it.
Obviously, we choose the other location.
Where do you think it is?
I think it's Chinxa Village. Just very badly drawn.
Chinxa Village? I don't see the resemblance at all. How'd you come to that conclusion?
Chinxa Village has a lot of terraced land, which seems to match the contour lines in this map.
Oh. Okay, then.
So we chose the right
definitely
location
a rookie
first,
at
now we go
this.
the wrong one.
But your word's good enough for me. Time for a trip to Chinxa. You're coming with me, of course. I'll need you to help me zero in on the specific location once we're there.
And we won't find it. But what else shall we find? Let's find out. Oh good, right on the fast travel. I like when they make it easy to get to where we need to be. Yo.
Ah, Beidou! Wow, and the Traveler! My goodness, what's the occasion? Just here to visit us old folks once again? It hasn't been all that long since we last had a visit from the Crux. But I'm glad you picked today. You're just the people I need. These two young rascals, they've been arguing with each other non-stop about some petty nonsense or other. I'm too old to get through to them.
Or to
they
speak
won't
fast.
listen to me. Please, talk.
Rest assured, Granny Zhuoxin. Whatever the situation is, the Traveler and I will take care of it.
Oh, thank goodness. It's Captain Beidou. You couldn't have come at a better time. You're the voice of reason I need in this situation.
Captain, please. Help me get justice.
Whoa, hey. What exactly is going on here? Spit it out. Tell me everything.
It makes me mad just talking about it. G here, I don't know if he's got a screw loose or what his problem is. But anyway, he took it upon himself to raise, well, practically a whole army of finches, okay? And now guess what? They fly onto my land and completely destroy at least half of my crops. I asked him to pay compensation, but he refused. Now how is that fair?
Captain, I'm innocent. They're not even my finches. I just thought they looked kind of cute, you know, so I fed them a couple of times. They're wild birds, though.
A couple times? Are you kidding me? That's rich. Really rich. There were 2 of them when you first started. 2 finches. Now you have a whole roof full of finch nests. I swear, every time I come by your place, I think I'm at a bird market. I'm telling you, you are not gonna get away with this anymore.
So, yeah, I mean, they laid a few eggs, made a few nests, but finches gonna finch, you know. These are wild birds. I mean, they'll do whatever they please.
So that's how it is. I think I got the picture.
Do you?
What's your take?
That's our choice, actually. Because, yeah, he kept feeding them, and he didn't keep them from making nests at his place. I mean, because, yeah, he can control where they make their nests by removing them. But, yeah. Sure, he's responsible.
Yeah, you have a point. Gee, let's say I'm interested in buying these finches off you. What would you say to that?
Are you serious, Captain? Oh, that would be great. Honestly, with all this trouble they've been causing me lately, they've become a bit of a burden. So if you're happy to take them off my hands, that would be perfect.
All right, deal. My only condition is, you have to use some of the money to compensate Wenjing for her losses.
Oh, come on. But I never raised them, did I?
Well, you tell me. You took my deal, that means you admitted to being the owner, doesn't it? Otherwise, what gives you the right to sell them to me?
Captain Beidou's right. If you didn't raise them, what makes you think you can go taking her money for them, huh?
Fair enough.
Well...
Don't worry, my offer includes plenty left over for you after deducting the compensation. This way you get something back for looking after them.
Okay then, okay. I'll pay the compensation.
I hope you two are very grateful indeed to Beidou. I dare say no one else will be quite so
really
accommodating toward the people of our village.
Granny Zhuoxin, as you know, many of the boys from your fine village do sterling work for the Crux. The fleet wouldn't be what it is today without them, so please think nothing of it. Ji, Wenjing, I guess you're free to go.
Captain Beidou, you're here.
Pops Shing, it's been a long time. How have you been?
Pops! Don't get me started. I've been having some real trouble with that neighbor of mine, Jen. We keep having the same argument, and it just goes nowhere. I heard you were in the village, so I rushed over to seek your help.
What's the issue?
Oh, come with me. You'll see. Let's go find Jen and clear this whole thing up, face to face.
That's what I thought. I got used to some of the letters being pronounced differently. You go and put a J instead of an R. Like a JH. More of a ZH. Yeah, hard to tell.
Captain Beidou, you're here.
I heard that you and Pops Shing had a little misunderstanding. So, what's up? Tell me about it.
Jen planted a tree on his property a few years back. I had no issue with it at the time. It's just a tree. But a few years on, it's grown taller than the roof of my house. Every morning when I get up and open the window, I just want to feel the sun on my face, but I'm greeted instead by the looming shadow of my neighbor's tree. It really affects my mood. I asked Jen to cut it down so I could get some sunlight back on my property. But he said no. It's like he's done this on purpose just to drive me crazy.
Captain Beidou, you gotta believe me. I didn't intend to block the sunlight, but there's nothing I can do about it now. It's not just any old tree, you see. That tree was planted there by my late father. Not long after he planted it, he passed away. And just before he passed, he left me with some parting words. He said our family's fortune was inauspicious and we needed something to suppress the bad luck. That's what he planted the tree for. How can I just chop it down? I'll be honest, I spent a few years studying in Liyue Harbor, so I don't actually share his superstitious beliefs. But still, that doesn't change the fact that this was my father's dying wish.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I'm all clear on the situation. What are you thinking?
I think Jen deserves some leniency. I mean, it was his father's dying wish.
I was thinking along the same lines as you. Look, Pops, I'm not trying to make excuses for Zhen, but just try putting yourself in his shoes for a moment. Zhen's desire to protect his tree isn't for money or because he wants to hurt anyone, or for the sake of any superstition. He just wants to honor his father's dying wish. Pops, you have kids too, right?
Yeah. When you put it like that.
Pops, if you can agree to it, I'll have a word with Granny Zhuoxin and see about getting you some money from the relief fund as compensation for having your sunlight blocked. As for the tree...
that sounds good to me. Whatever you think, Captain Beidou. The tree can stay. Some compensation would make me feel much better about the whole thing.
Thank you, Captain Beidou. And thank you for understanding Pops Shing. I'll make sure to trim it back when I get home to let some more light through. It'll be such a relief not to have to worry about this anymore. On a separate note, I remember the Crux last visited the village not very long ago. Is there some special reason why you're back in person so soon?
Nothing all that special, just personal reasons. I'm looking for some treasure.
Huh? Treasure? Wait a second. That reminds me, I saw Chongping and Defu arguing in the fields earlier. It sounded like they were both trying to lay claim to some treasure. I don't know if it's related to the one you're looking for, but anyway,
already
they're
found the
probably
real
still
one.
there now.
Really? Okay, well, you and Pops Shin can go about your business now. I'll go see what the situation is.
Okay. This glowy bit has been glaring at me. That whole cutscene. Alright. Alright. I haven't walked over here in a while. Whoop.
Huh? Beto, you're just in time. Defu's being completely unreasonable.
What happened?
I'm not being unreasonable, Captain. I got Chongping to help me plow my land because it's the busy season. And then, what do you know? He plows up a treasure chest. Way I see it, it's my land, so the treasure belongs to me, right? I think it's a pretty clear-cut case.
You say that, Defu, but what you're forgetting is that I came to help you plow your fields out of the goodness of my heart, and you haven't paid me a single mora. It was also my plowing that turned up this chest. However you cut it, surely I'm entitled to at least some of the treasure.
Yep.
The domestic drama just keeps coming today. What are your thoughts?
Interesting. I know a legal expert. I think she's better suited to handling this kind of stuff. And I don't have your clout. You should be the one making the call. So either Beto or Yanfei. I didn't realize we'd be able to pull Yanfei into this. Maybe we won't. But I'll try and compliment her this time.
Okay, I think I'm up to speed here. If you two
Oh,
really
God
want to
damn
take
it.
this further, I can get a legal expert from Liyue Harbor to adjudicate. As for the costs, I'll cover them. What do you think? Neither of you seems thrilled about this course of action. Okay, so plan B. I'll be straight with you. The reason I came here today was to look for some treasure. Chances are it's hiding right there in the chest you're both fighting over. So, how about you two stop fighting over it and do me a favor by handing it to me? Of course, I'll be indebted to both of you. If either of you ever needs anything in the future, the Crux will not hesitate to lend you our support.
Captain, you're far too kind, really. Indebted? That won't be necessary. If you want this chest, you go ahead and take it.
Yep, totally agree. If only I'd known you were looking for this chest. You should have said something. I would have delivered it to you personally to save you the trip.
It seems like it's been quite a busy day for you, helping us settle all our little quarrels.
Indeed.
Come on, let's go to the village. I'll rally the masses. We'll get some good food and good drink, and have a good old get-together.
Don't worry about the chest. I'll carry it over.
Oh, and wait until nighttime, I guess.
Where'd the froggy go?
I don't know, Lil Joe. Map, damn it. Figured we were just going up here, but also, did I get hurt from that drop? I think I did.
I'll protect us.
I'll heal up and then move the time forward. All the way over here. Oh, damn it. Take part in the village banquet. Oh, that must be the chest.
What a fine day today has been. Beto has solved an awful lot of problems in our village.
She sure has. Without Captain Beto, that compensation payment would have bankrupted me. Yeah, and if it weren't for Captain Beto, I'd still be arguing with Pops Xing.
Here, here. We have plenty to thank Captain Beidou for, I'm sure. I propose a toast in her honor.
To Captain Beidou. Cheers!
I couldn't ask for more than the chance to get everyone together and drink to our heart's content. Cheers!
Cheers!
That really hit the spot. Want to get some air? The view in this place is pretty good. We can take a look through the contents of that chest while we're at it. Chongping placed it by the water wheel.
You sure you haven't had too much to drink?
Are you kidding? Beidou can handle her liquor. Come on, let's go.
It's right here. And we're going all the way over here for some reason.
So, I've been thinking.
Oh, nice shot.
Everyone seems to trust me enough to let me have the final word on their disputes. But don't you think some of my solutions can be a little stupid? You can laugh, I don't mind. Take Chongping and Defu's wrangling over that chest, for instance. I had no clue who it should belong to, so I just came up with this stupid idea of taking it for myself. At least that way, neither of them would feel like it was unfair. But, I mean, I'm no Ningguang. I can't make a perfect deal every time. And I'm no Yanfei either. Not all my judgment calls are going to be 100% fair and square. I am Beidou, and my strength is in trading favors.
So the captain of the Crux just hands out favors to everyone all the time?
You think I should be more selective? Some people think their favors are so valuable that they need to plan out how and when to use them to maximize the return on their investment. They view the favor as a bargaining chip. Others see doing favors as a burden, not worth anything in monetary terms and prone to getting you locked in a cycle of constantly returning the favor back and forth. But the way I see it, favors are what keep people connected to one another. Over thousands of years, the people of Liyue have created bonds between each other by doing someone a favor here and asking for a favor there. This means that no individual is truly on their own out there. When someone falls down, there's an invisible net made of human connections, waiting to catch them and get them back on their feet. Over the years, I've come to owe favors to a great many people, and many other people have come to owe me one. These are the countless bonds between us, like so many fish in the sea. And they're the reason that the Crux and I have survived the countless hardships we faced. I believe that if there ever comes a day when the world is overrun by monsters, Liyue's legal system collapses and the land is thrust back into an age of war, it's these bonds that will see us all through the dark days ahead, until we come out on the other side.
Man. I wish we still had that sort of connection with people nowadays. The world's just too big, you know? Connections we got nowadays, it's like... I mean, sure, there are favors that can be traded here and there, but it's not close by. The internet's a wonderful thing, but it extends the distance between our connections. Sure, we're able to make more connections, make different connections that we wouldn't even be able to make before. But the distance is, in and of itself, a burden. Sure, we can talk all we want. We can play games, which is wonderful. Even video chatting is just... it's close to hanging out, but it's... nothing beats being able to hang out with your friends in person. And sure, some might say that, hey, we need to stay separated nowadays because of the pandemic, and I agree, we do. We need to be safer. That's why it's still going on after a full year. More than that. But doesn't mean those of us who have been safe can't continue to be safe among those who have been safe. I just want to live among my friends, goddammit. I want to owe people favors. I want people to owe me favors. I want to have a goddamn connection. It's not just online. Like, fuck, how do I even meet people nowadays? What, am I just gonna walk into town? Walking into any sort of civilization from where I live, it takes 20 minutes walking on a highway. Okay, more like 15 on the highway, and then another 10 to 15 walking down residential streets, and then it's a back alley sort of downtown because I'm in a tiny middle of nowhere. I'm going to continue the game! So the reason you asked for my help with finding the treasure today was that you could owe me a favor?
I'm not saying that. But either way, we have a pretty firm bond between us already, don't you think? Was this wind brewed in a winery? It's making me lightheaded. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Something we were literally just talking about.
You did mention that treasure chest.
Oh, yeah, the chest! Oh, I got so immersed in our conversation that I forgot all about the main event. Come on, let's open it up and see what's inside.
Oh, geez. Fruit trail of years-old rotten cabbage.
Oh, that's it? A whole lot of nothing? It's not exactly what I was looking for. But you know what? I don't care. The fun part was going on a treasure hunt with you.
Aww.
Come on, let's get back to the party. Tonight, we go big before we go home.
Wine unburdens. Between us, community and cheer are the web that connects human hearts. Party again, goddammit. All endings reached. Okay. Well, that's all the hangout quests and story quests that I had wanted to stream, so let's see. Oh, just about time to end the stream anyway. Well, to cap this off, I think I'll show you guys my new and improved Serenity Pot. Because, as you can see already, I used to be on the floating island, now I'm on the mountain. And the mountain has a lot more in it. And you can do a lot more here, and it's real good. So I'll give y'all a bit of a tour. Not really a walking around tour though, because that would take too long. So we will do. Wait, hold on. I might actually be able to build something.
This realm is...
What did I have going here? And I needed one more thing here. I actually got 3 of everything. Literally everything on this list. And got more when I needed. It was you. I think I only needed 1, but I have
If you
more
ever
than
have
enough
any
coins. So let's see. I think, yeah, I can make this set now, but I'm not going to put it here. So first of all, here's my main island. Well, not really island, I guess, kind of mountaintop. Very nice. Got a bunch of sets in here. Got Spring Peak now to Summer Chase. Got the Hilichurl camp over here with Aloy. And even a second area in this here. Got the little park at the moment. Actually, that might be where I'll put it. Autumn Hold Peak. See, the other one was there, and you go over here and into this little Inazuman village bit with the hot springs, and I put Barb over there, and then my crops, little winery thing, and Winter Sweat Peak on the top here. So you come up this way, and you got this whole thing, which is pretty cool, including, oh, we got a little Taramara over here from an event quest, and this thing, which is Race to the Destination, which is kind of silly. That destination right here. But also, made this one recently. Fits perfectly. And the cool thing is, I don't think, yeah, I can't really look up from here, but you can climb to the top of the mountain. But let's see. I think over here's a good spot for it. Yeah. I can't get any of the gifts from him, but let's see how it looks. A little shrine. Okay, so that's a little walk up to it. Yeah, why not? Put you over here. Yeah, that looks fine. Okay. And that was outside. Also got my little snowman over here. I got this. I found out you can actually have Paimon out here and talk to her, which is just a random assortment of things, I think. Now inside! I'm actually thinking of moving some of the people around in here. I still want the same people because I'm leveling them up. But yeah, if you look here, Yatata, Ningguang over by this little set. I found out there are these picture frames where you can put what we've just been getting. So I have one from Noelle's Hangout next to Noelle. This nice thing over here. I even have Beto here, and I think after I show a bit more. Oh, hey pup. I'll show the rooms downstairs after these. Oop, look, Inazuma. Got a little Inazuman study here with Kujosara. I tend to switch people out once I max their friendship. Also, a bedroom. Let's see, behind you here we have the kitchen with Xiangling, of course. And then we have this cool thing, also. And a Mondstadt study. And I think I'll put Kaya in here instead of out in the main hall where he currently is. How are we putting you in here? Maybe just right over... No. There we go. Alright. And we'll go back over here, and I think I have one more of these. I do! Oops. Well, too far in. There we go. Oh, right, I want to take the sword off the wall first. I had that there when I originally just had Kaya, but I think this will be better for just Beto. There we go, centered. That's how I centered that one too, right? Get a little bit farther down. There we go. Over here. I should probably put the sword there too, but oh well. got Beto next to... See, we got all these here. And here's Beto's stuff. Yeah, oh man. There's some good ones. Once everything is over, I think. Or maybe the one we just got. Nah, this one. I like this one. Could always go with that one. Nah. Yeah. See, we got these pictures for everyone. So that's a really cool item. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. I'll be coming back here later to see what else I'm going to make, but I'm not going to bore y'all with that tedium. Oops. So let's get back to that. And end it in front of the Adventurers Guild, as we normally do. I know I went a few minutes over normal, but oh well. So tomorrow, I believe I will be starting Guardians of the Galaxy. For exactly the reason I gave y'all before, which is I want to play a high-quality PS5 game. Alright. Well, I should probably grab these too. Honorary Crux member. Complete when the Crux shines bright and unlock all endings. Wine Unburdens. Take part in the Chingsa Banquet with Beta. And Guyan Buyers Club. Find out the truth behind the deal Beta's making. And that's everything in Memories of the Heart at the moment, but it doesn't have a percentage, so it doesn't matter. Alright. Well, that will be it for tonight. Tomorrow, new game. Let's see about a raid, shall we? Let's send y'all to Quinvincible. That's always a good time. Alright, well. Oop, wrong button. Until next time, folks, this is the Pirate King, signing off. Have a good night.